In early April, I headed down to Cape Cod, got a ferry at Woods Hole, and headed to Farm Neck Golf Club to check out the work that Mark Mungeam is doing on the back nine at the public golf course on Martha's Vineyard. The site where Farm Neck sits has had golf on it for more than 100 years. To the left of the 15th hole, a ghost tee box sits, aiming players out over some houses that surely weren't there in the early 20th century. Farm Neck, designed by prolific architect Geoffrey Cornish, opened in 1980. Mark Mungeam, who got his start in golf course architecture under the guidance of Cornish, is responsible for the work that's being done right now at the course. Last winter, Mungeam, with the help of Farm Neck's superintendent Andrew Nisbet and MasGolf Construction's team, led by Matt Staffieri, revamped the front nine, and this winter, they are in the process of reworking the back nine. The goals of the master plan are to remove bunkers, open up some playing corridors, and generate more playing options around a number of greens. A notable change on the front nine was between holes 3 and 5. The stunning section of the land is more open now that a collection of trees has been replaced by rugged bunkering. On the back nine, the team had already completed work on the 14th, 15th, and 16th holes when I visited, and they were working on fairway bunkers on the 10th hole, along with sections of the 12th and 17th holes. The picturesque 14th hole, which sits precariously close to the water, highlights one facet of Mungeam's work, making the course more playable for a wider array of players.
Right, I mean, people love short grass around the greens and love the different shots that you can play and how it really opens up the game for them a little bit more, so.
Even with major efforts to keep the 14th green safe from erosion, it's clear that nature is infringing on that putting surface. While the club isn't quite ready to move the green to a safer spot, it might have to be in the cards at some point in the future. The par 3 15th proved a challenging hole as the prevailing wind off the water would push balls to the right.
The prevailing wind is left to right, comes out of the water off the left and blows towards this pond to the right side of the green. And the former green sloped from left to right and had a bunker on the left side. And so I was told that it was impossible some days to land the ball on the green and keep it on the green with the wind and all that. And you couldn't bail out because there was the bunker over there. So we eliminated the bunker left of the green and created a short grass chipping area over there. Nice bailout. And then also the contours of the green were reshaped so that it better holds shots that are slicing and coming in from the left-hand side. You know, for most shots that are coming in, they're not going to roll all the way across and off because of that. They might once in a while put a pin on this front right, which is just a sucker pin, obviously. You don't want to ever hit it at that. And this is a save bunker back here. So this one will catch shots that go right and keep them from going in the pond.
As we made our way through the back nine, we ran into Matt Staffieri of MasGolf Construction, who was hard at work on the 17th green. Another one of the greens that Mungeam is tweaking. They extended the green to offer some pin placements near a massive new bunker complex that guards the right side of the green. I watched Matt and Mark for 15 minutes as they discussed the back section of the 17th green. They were trying to hatch a plan to create a more visually pleasing view from the fairway that would tie in some mounding and slopes that they had altered, while also trying to figure out how to make it playable while draining water away from the putting surface.
It would be fun to have the rough work down, sweep back up in, sweep back down in, around this kind of a gnarly feature here.
I envision it like where my machine is and a little bit forward, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We're on the same page.
I do too.
Right.
I like this, just working closer to the green and get rid of this knob here.
Okay.
I don't know is that irrigation will have to get
No,
lower?
it's already gone. The irrigation pretty much moved this. It's already gone.
Okay.
Because this was, way up here. This thing was pretty.
All right. Gotcha.
The work of the day for Mungeam, who makes the trip from Central Mass to Martha's Vineyard every Tuesday during the project to check progress and set the agenda for the coming week, was on the 10th hole. The dogleg right par 4 has 2 fairway bunkers, one framing the inside of the hole and one on the outside that isn't really reachable from the tee but offers a nice aiming point for players. He painted lines to create the edges of the bunkers and would then check to see how they looked from different distances.
Straight line through all the little zigs and zags, like the median line, and trying to keep almost the same amount of grass coming over the top and not have it vary a tremendous amount. So yeah, so this is my job site bag where I keep a camera, tape measure, wire flags, binoculars. And I use these to be able to look. Oh, they're fogging up. Obviously, I can see sand pretty darn well.
Yep.
No problem. And I like that it is following the contour of the ground or the horizon, the back of the bunker. Generally, it comes up, the high point is at the high point of the ground behind the bunker, and then it works down to the left. I wish it was just a little bit higher, and I will probably make it a little bit higher on the back left of the bunker where it just kind of looks like it fades into the ground. I might want to get that a little higher there, but I'd say from most of the bunker and to the right, I like.
Mungeam placed paint cans on corners and used binoculars to check his lines before wiping them away and refining them. In one case, he even grabbed a shovel and created the edge of the bunker to help him visualize the edges from different distances on the 10th hole. Without sand, this is a tougher task than one would think. Trial and error help formalize the design before the team gets to work on digging it out and getting it ready for the finishing touches and sodding around the bunkers. Over the course of the afternoon, the crew worked throughout the course, rolling out sod, working on the 10th fairway bunkers, and working and flattening tee boxes. As I left for the ferry, Mungeam was still hard at work in the setting sun. First, he and Andrew Nisbet chatted about how to improve the 11th hole, another dogleg right. After some trees were removed, the hole had no real shape or texture to it. Mungeam grabbed his paint cans and got to work marking off a collection of waste areas and bunkers that would guard the right side of the hole and even meander up close to the green. A devious plan that will surely force players to steer to the left side of this challenging par 4. The balance of art, science, and nature becomes crystal clear on a job site. There is the work that Mungeam and his team wants to make beautiful to the eye in this lovely setting, highlighting the natural features, which are plentiful. And then there's the science behind making it work properly so water drains quickly and tee boxes are flat and the course is playable for any level of golfer. At Farm Neck, they also have the added wrinkle of doing all this work while on an island. The planning is head-spinning, from ordering materials well in advance to getting them on a truck or a boat. Even the process of moving materials from the ferry in Vineyard Haven to the golf course, just a few miles away, is fraught with challenges. As the project finishes up this May and the back nine grows in so golfers can enjoy all 18 holes by Memorial Day, this course is sure to challenge and delight any golfer while offering lovely views in an amazing setting.